Mike, we talked about Manny Machado. Great to see him in the ball game yesterday. How did he come out of that, and what's his availability today?
He came out of it fine. No worse for the wear. I think it's worth pausing and appreciating what he did. He wasn't available. I think Rogo was going to tackle him. Mark Rogo, our head athletic trainer, rightfully so, as part of his job. A decision that he and I made, and the representation of that, regardless of result. I mean, clearly, he hits a 2-run single when we bring Suarez in and finish it. He goes down in, Padre lore. The thing that's going to go down in Padre lore that I think could be even more beautiful is the residual benefit of him doing that and showing his teammates his willingness to go compete in that situation, not in a good spot, goes way further than that. So I applaud that. Now, that being said, are we going to do it tonight? Probably not. We took our shot at it, and he's no worse for the wear. But we need him a couple more days. But I have talked to him today, not about that, and we'll see how he feels.
Yeah, so Rogo would tackle him today if he tries it again.
Well, I think we're probably, me and Manny will figure that out. He ain't going to compromise himself beyond that. No, we ain't going to run. He's like, he can't run. I'm like, we're not up there for his, bunt single here. Right. But anyway, yeah, he was a good teammate yesterday, and we're taking it day by day. And when he gets back, we'll see. We haven't hit with runner scoring position. We haven't had the proverbial timely hit. That's what recipe for winning baseball is. Not every night, but generally speaking, the timely hit, the good pitching, and play defense. We just haven't been able to get the big hit, and hadn't had the shutdown inning when we needed it. So, it's magnified when it's 5 in a row, clearly. But the pitching's been outstanding to the starting standpoint. Bullpen has, had some tough situations where they have to come in and tie games, and other teams been able to execute. So that's the bottom line to it, really.
Was that the extent of the running Manny's done? He got out of that?
He's done, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like you want to test it and see how it feels, but how hard do you test it because you don't want to aggravate it. And yesterday wasn't really a sprint, so it was, but he's doing some stuff in the pool, and he's doing some testing that people far smarter than I in our medical department are helping him with. So they have a good understanding of what it's going to take for his streak to come back.
For those limitations, though, is there still consideration on putting him in the IL, or do you think that you're past that?
I don't think we're past it. I think it's still a day-to-day situation. I think we're going to look up and, I don't know what that sweet spot is. It's a 10-day IL. There's an art to, when do you backdate it, and then there's a figuring out a place when there's okay, we think he's going to be back in 2 or 3 days, and that's where we got to trust the player and the medical staff.
You mentioned Manny wanted to be there for his teammates, but do you think that him yesterday, any part of that is a sense of urgency that he might be feeling with the struggles that the team has had over this stretch?
That's a question for him. I think it's just, I think he does that regardless of situation. I think he's a guy that wants to compete. I mean, his club's hadn't won as many games lately, so I think he wants to go up, and that's what high achievers do, right? They want to. If we're up by 10 games, we're lost a couple in a row, we want to go out and figure out how we're going to compete. And I think last night he did exactly that.